Damn!
Believe it or not, this couple is still complaining. From the Montecito mansion with their 2 beautiful, perfectly healthy children, a little chicken coop and flower garden out back, matching Uggs for Megyn and her toddler, all royal titles still intact, complete with matching stationery, and nearly $200 million in the bank thanks to their insatiable desire to finally tell their story. Like to Oprah, and on Spotify, and in New York Magazine, and in a memoir, and, well, you get the point. They have to do it, you see, because no one knows the whole story. No one.
This has always been so much bigger than us.
No one knows the full truth. We know the full truth.
Stop it. Get some help.
The institution knows the full truth, and the media know the full truth because they've been in on it.
Okay, so Harry and Meghan know, and the entire royal family knows, and the press, who informs the public, they know, and the guy at the Sunoco, he knows, and the waiter at Olive Garden, he knows too, and that's all that knows.
Okay.
No one else knows the full truth, so they have to finally tell it. Okay. And what is their chief complaint, pray tell? It appears to be that the press has occasionally been not nice to Meghan Markle.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
After months of ubiquitous fawning coverage that made her a household name, some then said nasty things, like calling her the C word, and the B word, and the other B word. And you know what, Meg? Been there. Quick reminder.
Megyn Kelly's really biased against me. Do you really think she can be fair at a debate?
Which set off a new torrent of tweets.
80,000 tweets directed towards Megyn Kelly. Broke it down to see what the most popular words.
Crazy Megyn Kelly.
Crazy, overrated.
Bimbo blonde.
Bimbo Megyn Kelly.
Hooker.
Can't watch Crazy Megyn anymore.
Donald Trump and his arch nemesis Megyn Kelly are making peace.
Signs of a truce this morning between
their
Trump
feud
and
apparently diffused.
You met with Megyn Kelly today. How did that go?
Stop it. Get some help.
Good times. And let me tell you what I've learned. Over time, the nastiness dies down, and you learn to rise above. You learn to look at your beautiful life and to focus on that, not what strangers write about you in the press. The sun keeps rising in the east, and your loving life goes on.
Nice.
No matter what people tweet or print about you. As King Charles once said, and I know you've seen this because it's in your series, you let this stuff take hold of you at your peril.
I am the one, the way your son don't need.
If you don't try to work out in your own mind some kind of method for existing and surviving this kind of thing, you would go mad, I think.
Here we go again.
Obsessing over the negative pieces for 5+ years is another way to go. Constantly playing the victim despite the enormous gifts you've been given.
Okay, I'm listening. You have my attention.
But this is not healthy, nor is it particularly attractive. And, newsflash, it has the added effect of making people dislike you, thus feeding the demand for even more negative press.
Boring.
The people this pair is asking to feel sorry for them have their own problems, real ones. They live paycheck to paycheck for the most part. They have kids in public schools where they worry about depression or drugs and crazy teachers. They work all day. They're tired. They need a vacation that they're probably not going to get, and they don't have a closet full of designer dresses, never mind stylists surrounding them for major black tie events, as we see in this piece.
Fact.
They live in small houses or maybe an apartment. They keep a watchful eye on the rising gas and electric bills, the cost of groceries, as they try to save for college and still give their kids a nice Christmas. Too often they're dealing with health issues or dependency or unexpected layoffs, and they certainly don't give a damn about the mean tweets being sent out about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Okay.
One thing I did find interesting was the amount of emotional baggage Harry still carries. It's big. Good gracious, is this man insecure? Partly because he's a ginger. Yes, wait for it. And partly because he clearly has not worked out the trauma of his mother's premature death. Time and time again, I said to myself while watching this guy needed therapy.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Not the weird tapping thing he did. A real psychotherapist. That is what he needed. Not a whiny, woke, annoying wife.
What? What the?
Listen to him describe how his family allegedly reacted when he introduced them to Megyn.
I remember my family first meeting her and being incredibly impressed.
So that was a f***ing lie.
Some of them didn't quite know what to do with themselves. Because I think they were surprised. Maybe surprised that a ginger could land such a beautiful woman and such an intelligent woman.
Are you sure about that?
That's not his family. That's him. And he's not wrong. Does anyone really think if he were Harry Jones instead of Harry Windsor, this beautiful, semi-known social climber would have given him the time of day? It is a bit shocking that she's with him, until you consider his title, fame, family, money, sort of, castles, staff, and access to fabulous things and people. That's what lured her in, clearly. Not Harry's red hair, and not his Mensa IQ either.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, you're not going to speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Just kidding, that's not a real thing. Remember when he called the First Amendment bonkers? This is no scholar. All of this is a downside of being a prince, I guess. And not even the heir, just the spare. Honestly, though, it's probably also a downside of being a Gates or a Jobs or a Zuckerberg or a Beckham or a Brady.
What do you mean by that?
But it does explain why she so easily leads him around now by his little red puppy dog ears.
Come on now, dog.
Top that off with her damsel in distress routine every time a tabloid or a tweet or an anonymous internet troll says something nasty about her, and you have the perfect cocktail for frustration, tears, and eventually Megxit. Here's Harry explaining how he was not going to let this become Diana 2.0.
I accept that there will be people around the world who fundamentally disagree with what I've done and how I've done it.
Fact.
But I knew that I had to do everything I could to protect my family.
Hi, Grandma. Yeah. Hi, Grandma.
Especially after what happened to my mum.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
That's your Grandma Diana. Yeah.
You know, I didn't want history to repeat itself.